That cheeky boy in Geelong, you've been served. My God, did I just give you technology advice? Fucking Jesus.
When I first saw that model painted, it looked like Anton Ego, the critic from Ratatouille.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Dad. I'm off to war.
I usually categorize the FAQs into genuinely useful to answer questions we have and people are dumb.
Did I talk for too long?
This guy's falling. Hey, you fucking boomer.
God, they just don't know how to paint. And
So,
welcome.
I fucking love this model, but what a shitty paint job. Fucking hell, can you allow me to share, please?
I don't know if I can...
Just make me host with some shit. Please.
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck to do it. Can't. That is really infuriating. I'm actually really mad about that. Guys, welcome to a spur of the moment quick video. You might see in a video uploaded soon that we crash out mid-recording as this gets shown to us. So, FAQs dropped last night / this morning. They were a bit shit.
Yeah. And
then they finally released the actual ones with a new model release to account for shitty base design. Jay, guide us
Let's
through.
do it. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button, everyone. You know what to do. Next.
Get fucked next. Oh God.
Discord, by the way. Thank you.
Discord, get in the Discord. We'll be there.
All right. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. This is the Armies of Lord of the Rings FAQ. This is between the 2 pages. So, one of the main hot takes here is the fact that Legolas's deadly shot has been cleared up a little bit more. You boys were talking about it before in the sense of if he's still shooting in combat, right? It states that he won't be taking any in the ways for the models in his combat, right? Yet if he's shooting outside of his combat, he still needs to take in the ways for those models because it's literally fucking in the way. Do you agree? Is that still clear with this FAQ how it's played?
Yep.
Is there
And
anything else that's,
the
loose
fact
with
that he
this?
can no loose. It's just the clarification as well that he can shoot still whilst he's mounted, but he takes the -1 to hit for moving and shooting. So it means that he is hitting on 3+ if he's moving. So
Good.
I usually categorize the FAQs into genuinely useful to answer questions we have and people are dumb.
Correct. Like
But
this
the first one is
I-
completely reasonable.
Yeah.
The next couple, Gimli
Dude, I'm
leading a
so
warband when he's a
sad. I
passenger.
converted Gimli. I made him a
By himself.
proper horse.
Nah.
Yeah.
So, but even stuff like Harmer going into horse when he doesn't have a model. This last one is the funniest shit ever. So they don't specify that the captains in Realms of Man are Fortitude. So they've just gone, yeah, they're all Fortitude, forgetting that siege engines have heroes in their part that lead them.
Oh damn.
So technically, obviously not intended, technically, the siege vets are Fortitude. You need a Fortitude per siege engine. You can just run a King of Men and then a shit ton of siege engines.
Yes, kiss.
So you can do a Gondor one and a heap of Trebs, or you can do a Dale one and a heap of Windlancers, and that's your whole list.
Eat your heart out, Sean.
I knocked my hat off.
Articon, here we come. Sorry.
that's the list, boys. And then we get into some really shocking stuff, I've got to be honest. The Crown of Morgul thing I hadn't seen. That was interesting. But this is the one that So let's clarify. So models, when dismounted, must be given a model, an actual GW model that represents their wargear. And if they need to, they will drop wargear to achieve it. So a Rider of Rohan will either drop their bow or whatever to achieve a shield. They've specified what Warg Riders need to do based on their wargear. I think this is one of the worst written things that doesn't make sense. So,
Correct.
Warg Rider with shield and throwing spear, you drop the throwing spear. That makes sense. You have to drop the piece of wargear you can't have on foot because it doesn't have a model with throwing spear on foot. Cool. The bow becomes a bow. Awesome. shield becomes a shield. One with just throwing weapons becomes a dude with spear. So the first one, you don't get the choice of, I can take the shield or the throwing or the spear. You have to take the shield. This one, they keep the spear, they forgot how to throw it. They also haven't clarified the goat riders.
Oh yeah,
a goat rider gets dismounted.
This isn't also not the Hobbit book yet.
Oh, okay, but like
it's
in
we get it, but I just want to make sure that we maybe it's in there. We don't know, but yeah, or we'll get to that anyway.
Cool. I'll let someone else. I felt like
I read something about that.
Yeah,
with the goats and everything. I think the Grima thing makes sense in my end. I think there's a lot more clarification that needs to be surrounding Grima at the moment. He's way too ambiguous, and you can skew rules in your favor that need a lot of TA clarification. But yeah, hopefully that's sorted out.
That needed to, because honestly, Muster of Isengard or like at low points with no Saruman and just a Grima running around that couldn't be killed.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Imagine like 200 points. I saw that.
Yeah. Sad that Freylove can't have a bow.
Yeah.
And I missed the Kirith Ungol orcs only being with orcs. I just assumed I didn't actually see. Could Muster of Isengard always take a drummer, or is that new?
That's new for some reason.
They were like, you know what they need? Well, you know what they need? More shit.
That's terrifying. So now the Berserkers are just going to get you quicker and cheaper. Great. Sure.
On top of the free march on turn 1 anyway.
Right? God damn. All right. So, Alex, I feel like I want you to read the first one for me.
Sure. If a model has a special rule that states it must charge when it moves, if able, it can choose not to move and therefore not to charge. So this is more so like Ride Out is the main one, I would assume is the culprit for this, or like Theodred, etc. No, the model will follow all the steps of the activation, the second of which is start the move. At this stage, the model must charge. If it could charge, it must do so. That makes sense. Sense. Totally. If a hero dismounts for whatever reason and that hero has selected multiple pieces of wargear, they're forced to discard chosen wargear if there's no legal model. No, hero models are exempt. So,
Boz keeps his shield.
So Boz keeps his shield, but it's not an official model. This is the lack. I haven't read this. The lack of consistency from GW here is phenomenally bad. Honestly, I'm actually really mad that that's the thing. You have to be consistent. You either have to turn around and go, either you must have a consistent model, or you just do what you dismount, you keep the wargear. You can't. That is really infuriating. I'm actually really mad about that.
Look, it's in my opinion, do I like the fact that your heroes you're paying for the points option? Should you be allowed to keep it?
Yeah,
I get it. I completely agree. I understand it. I feel you. However,
I don't understand, Alex. Why are you so frustrated?
I just want consistency. That's it. You fucking... You're a little... I gave up host. I can't mute him because I'm not the host anymore.
Gotcha, bitch.
Okay. Next one.
Interesting. I misread this rule in a sense of like fearful and terror being two separate rules. Gone are the days where it feels like if you pass a courage test, it's done for the turn.
No, I understand two separate rules that makes you do a courage test. So yeah, fearful, terror, it's one for each test. So yeah, if that creates things that are very interesting.
I'm going to ask a vulnerable question in the sense of if you make a courage test initially and then do a heroic combat, you then charge into a fearful. Like, do you have to double courage test that?
No. So as soon as you pass for a rule that makes you do it, you pass for that effect the entire turn.
Perfect. Cool. This next one is huge, and
Monster Charge does not stack. Which the thing, because the reason I was so adamant about it does stack is because they changed the wording so significantly that I'm like, it has to. Which means that now that they've said they don't stack, it's just no. They just wrote it really badly.
Yeah.
Which again is just again.
Feels rushed.
Objective markers such as the writhing vines can then be placed underneath the bases of other models. Oh, fuck me. See, again, it's just like sometimes you just get the dumb rollings. Objective markers state that a model cannot finish its move overlapping them. Is this also true for markers that are placed? No. No,
It's
they
just
can.
objective
No,
mark.
so they can. It's just
They
objective
can't
markers.
finish.
These
They
ones
can,
you can stand on.
they can
Yep.
finish on the the Arwen one or whatever, or the Celeborn Writhing Vine. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Erratas. Mounts that heroes cannot declare heroic action. So defenders of the Pelennor, we don't have Shadowfax calling combats.
White Wog.
I assume while it's a mount. So once it's separated, he can do it.
Oh,
But
okay.
he doesn't call anything when he's
just
on it.
using you as always, just using his might. That's
Yeah.
right. Yep. Sorry,
War
apologies.
beasts are completely infected by rules that would prevent them from activating, moving its full move value, or they would attempt to move it. Makes sense. I thought that was already the case. I assume that's. So I guess
Maybe like
anything
call
difficult
winds.
terrain stuff as well, because they can't go into woods and stuff. But I guess if you put down writhing vines, they ignore it.
Mm.
Okay.
I think it would prevent it moving its full. Yeah. Anyway, spears. You can only gain support from one spear-armed model at a time. No
Thank
more
God.
34 pikes on one dude.
That cheeky boy in Geelong, you've been served.
Keep going.
All right, take it away, Tyler.
Okay, so if Bard or Girion upgrade to take a Windlands and also have a Warband, how does the Warband deploy in scenarios that use the Maelstrom of Battle special rule? So the Siege Engine will be deployed first following the normal rules for deploying a Siege Engine in a scenario using the Maelstrom of Battle. The Warband will then be deployed within 16 inches of either Bard or Girion. However, every model in the Warband must be wholly within 6 inches of the board edge.
That makes sense. So you don't get anything where you're launching 12 inches into the board. The only issue I have with this is they didn't say how does it deploy such as scenarios where they don't start on the board like Maelstrom. Recon is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, I would do the same ruling, to be clear. But the fact they weren't clear with it, again, I'm just kind of like, come on, guys. Like, surely as you were writing this, you went, oh, there's another scenario. We only released 6 of them.
So for people who would never run siege engines in their life for obvious reasons, what are you referring to?
So siege engines always have to deploy in the back 6 inches of the board, and for Maelstrom, the person with a siege engine picks any of the board edges and deploys it before the game starts.
Mm-hmm.
And it must be within 6 inches. The obvious thing is they usually are their own warband. Girion and Bard can take it as wargear, and they can still have a warband. So the issue was, do they deploy by themselves and then there's a warband with no leader, or do they start on the board? There were some issues there.
Cool.
Legolas, we already
same-
covered.
What else we
we've done
covered? Now it's
Wargear
the Wargear.
counting for the Great Eagles. He does not count towards the number of Great Eagles, as he does not use the Great Eagle profile. If Radagast takes a Great Eagle as a mount, this will count towards the number of Great Eagles taken. Personally, I always look for keywords when it comes to that sort of thing. He doesn't have that.
Yep.
So
Yep,
that's
makes sense.
And the
straightforward.
Great Eagle mount does. Like, yeah, it's literally called the
Correct.
Great Eagle and has the
Correct.
same stat line, so that's fine.
Correct.
Cool.
If Nazgul of Dogador is resurrected via their resurrection special rules, any might will fate they spent. They were spent, remain spent. Okay. Yes. Cool.
Give me
Mirkwood
regenerating
elves-
might every turn. Just dum.
Yeah. Mirkwood elves are not Giga Chad buff. They are more of a slender build at strength 3. Fucking thank God.
Pilates.
Nature's Wrath is reduced to 3 inches for Ruddy the Brown.
No. They just forgot to give a range.
Oh, really?
They
Yeah,
did
so
range.
I
they
just
did-
assumed it was
said
6.
range self, so technically all he could do was knock himself over.
That's hilarious. Survivors of Lake Town, Master Burglar, remove the first sentence which reads, whilst Bilbo is holding an objective marker in scenarios where this is relevant, he increases his attacks to 2.
Is he already 2 attacks? Or no? Yeah.
Okay,
Is
so
that
it's
why?
just
I'm
irrelevant.
pretty sure he is.
A Hobbit with 2 attacks. Wild.
I'm pretty sure he is because I
Why
played
would they
against it.
remove-
You're right.
Last edition he
Bilbo
was
was
one.
tearing up the
Two.
scene.
2 attacks.
Oh,
Two
okay,
attacks.
so it's just
Yep, he is
Yeah,
2
Cool,
attacks.
so
base.
yeah. Elrond
Interesting.
170. Was he?
What was he
more or
previously?
less?
I thought he was the same.
Say, hey, who's playing White?
No.
Cats?
No. 180. He should be. Isn't he? He should be
160.
He's 170 in Rivendell.
Yeah.
Either
He used
way.
to be what? He
Yeah.
used to be
Um,
180.
I, for one, am really glad that they've solved the Bolg debacle, and I flipped a 50-50 coin and went with a 40 mil base instead of the big oval base. Fell Wargs now, Wargs are 40 mil base, and I feel like the new model has cleared that up well and truly. And this is the one we've all been waiting for. The Goblin Captain is now a hero, not a warrior, which is big because now you can actually bait him with Aeon or a Battle 4 knife. Thank you, GW. Sad things. What have we missed? Gulliver is actually capped at 6-inch movement now. He's not. Those big behemoth wings are not 12 inches.
I have to imagine he only gets to flap once a turn, so he just ends up doing like essentially just a big jump.
Like a whoo.
The question though, does he still have monstrous charge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is the only 6-inch moving monster with monstrous charge. Previously, if you get monstrous charge, they all move over 6 inches. Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments if you think or
That's a
know
good
if I'm
trivia
wrong. And
question.
if you're doing it, please reference it because I will not check you. I will just agree. Alex, is there anything that they've missed or didn't clear up that you were hoping to?
It's hard to think of them on the spot. Tyler, you have some thoughts, I assume. I'm just sitting there. I'm looking around my collection.
I'm trying to figure out like obviously the one that we just discussed before, the Iron Hills Warriors not being actually discussed in the army. The Goat Riders in this is a big issue. There's some other rules queries that I believe that came up that we were wondering how they interact.
We were talking on the Discord in regards to like some charging shenanigans and that sort of shit. Does that come into play here at all?
That was just about the fearful and terror.
Okay, so they've actually cleared that up. That's
that was clear. It's mainly just I'm really shocked about the wargear stuff. Unless, can we see the bowl? Have you got a clean picture of it? Oh no,
no. I just did this one.
Okay. So, a couple things. Gotta say. So we can't see the face of the other one because Jay is just great at making PowerPoints. They've made his axe thing really chunky, which I really like. The Warg looks sick. Like he's like turning around, twisting, awesome.
His face.
What happened to Bulb?
It's no, but it's a thing of I don't know if this is a bad model or they can't paint. Because let's talk about Hera Bride of Death.
Ugh.
Yucky. I've seen some pictures of other people painting it recently, as they've not that anyone in Australia has them because
we're still fucking waiting.
But they look fine. So the question is Bulb badly painted or is it a bad model?
Yeah.
The one thing I really want to know is his back shoulder pad things. I fucking hope they've got more detail and actually clarify.
What did you? I painted them as lungs. I painted them as like fleshy lung kind of things.
Oh, I painted them as bear claws.
Oh, because I thought they were like the ribs were kind of like I don't know. It's fine.
I'm not 100% sure myself, but for me, it looks like Bulg is about to do like a quick little smoothie kiss to the side, like a thanks, Dad. I'm off the wall.
Thanks,
but he's finally got a bow. We were literally talking about this tonight.
Yeah.
I was like, I was shocked that Bulg kept his wargear option for a bow, but he's not modeled with it. This gives me hope for a Gundabad troll. This gives me hope for the catapult troll.
Oh, the catapult. Have you
seen all those potential models that are still around that don't quite have profiles that don't have models around?
I love your optimism, dude. Look, it's so cool. It's so awesome to hear it.
G-Dub's not that guy.
I wish it was, because the catapult will be so big because it's a dinner plate size base and it must be the biggest cunt ever. But
have you seen Imperial Knights? If we get an Imperial Knight size catapult troll,
dude, and it's just hulking and it'll look so sick, but it's not happening.
I will just say one thing in regards to the Hera model, and I want people to comment and see if they agree with me. My hot take is when I first saw that model painted, it looked like Anton Ego, the critic from Ratatouille.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ.
So Jay, Ratatouille was this Pixar movie, and like
it came out in my childhood, you fucking retard.
You were
in
like, what,
diapers when it
46
came
by that
out.
point?
Fuck my life. FYI, Alex had to get technology advice from me.
Yeah, look, that's pretty fair.
It was
I
great.
was there as a witness.
Sorry,
Jay
what
knows
what
how
did
to
the,
get
what
on
did the
the
kids say,
Zoom.
Alex? Oh, that's cringe as fuck, bro.
No, that's just what I say. Cool.
Nerd.
Guys, thank you for joining us for a little FAQ
Update.
dive. Thank you. Subscribe, comment, ring the ding 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 bell. Get in the Discord. We will be there as this video drops. Come say hello, come argue with us. Otherwise, from me, from Jay, from Tyler, to the MGG community, have a good one. Happy hobbying. See ya.
Don't forget to check out Bard's Table on Oswald Gaming.